Nicholas Kumijan, head of the Independent Investigative Mechanism for Myanmar, addressed the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva, emphasizing that civilians are increasingly becoming the targets of military operations. Recent airstrikes in northern Shan state, which reportedly killed about a dozen people, including a pregnant woman and 2 children, illustrate this alarming trend. Kumijan noted that the IIMM has received numerous testimonies detailing horrific abuses in detention, including torture methods such as electric shocks and sexual assault. Disturbingly, minors and victims of all genders have been subjected to gang rape and other violent sexual crimes. The situation is particularly dire for the Rohingya community in Rakhine State, who are again facing violence and displacement. Following a brutal military crackdown in 2017 that forced nearly 750,000 Rohingya to flee the Bangladesh, they are now caught in the crossfire between the military and the Arakan army. Kumijan cited a recent drone attack on fleeing Rohingyas, resulting in numerous civilian casualties, including women and children. Since the military coup in February 2021, Myanmar's security landscape has deteriorated with thousands killed and millions displaced. The UN estimates that over 3 million people have been forced from their homes, while many more have sought refuge abroad. Kumijan affirmed the IIMM's commitment to pursuing justice, stating, "We will follow the evidence wherever it leads." Despite challenges in accessing crime scenes within Myanmar, the IIMM is dedicated to holding perpetrators accountable for these grave violations of international law. The Independent Investigative Mechanism for Myanmar was created by the UN Human Rights Council in 2018 and became operational in August 2019. This is Ali Al-Hadi reporting for Shia Waves.
Let's take a look back at today's main headlines. Black flag of mourning raised over Holy Askari Shrine in commemoration of Imam al-Askari's martyrdom. Pakistan among top countries at high risk of disasters and conflict according to World Risk Index. UN investigators highlight systematic abuses in Myanmar conflict. Also tonight, Taliban burns copies of Mafatih al-Jinan, burial shrouds of Afghan pilgrims returning from Holy Karbala. An international conference on climate change in West Africa commenced on Tuesday in the capital, Niamey. The 3-day event addresses the escalating climate disasters impacting nearly 28 million people in the Sahel region, including severe floods and food insecurity. Chad's Minister of Agricultural Production and Industrialization, Kadabala, chaired the opening session, emphasizing the alarming rise in extreme climate events. There is an increase in devastating floods and worsening food and nutritional insecurity affecting nearly 28 million Sahelians and West Africans, Bala stated. Experts from the Permanent Interstate Committee for Drought Control in the Sahel are participating to discuss climate events and disaster risks. Bala highlighted existing adaptation strategies but noted significant gaps in their implementation, including inadequate integration of resilience issues into public policy and weak technological adaptation capacities. Established in 1973, CILSS focuses on food security and sustainable natural resource management across its 13 member states. And now we continue with some short news. Dar al-Misbah al-Shairi, one of the centers affiliated with the Misbah al-Hussein Foundation for Relief and Development, announced the resumption of its educational and training activities in the field of Husseini oratory after providing services during the Arba'in pilgrimage. Mohammed al-Saylawi, the director of the center, said that the center has resumed its activities with a large attendance from young believers who have shown commitment and enthusiasm for taking part in the oratory lessons. Al-Saylawi also mentioned that the program the center offers includes training young people in dignified performance and guiding them towards a deeper understanding of their role in commemorating the events of Ahl al-Bayt, peace be upon them. A public exhibition in Kashmir has showcased the world's largest handwritten Quranic manuscript, revealed to the public as a unique creation by the renowned religious scholar and calligrapher Haidar Shah Noorani Mujaddidi. This extraordinary manuscript measures 41 feet in length and 8.5 feet in width, containing all the verses of the Holy Quran alongside an Urdu translation. Mujaddidi, who meticulously wrote this remarkable version, explained that the work was completed over 425 days, with the manuscript being compiled within 3 months. The exhibition has seen significant attendance, with people from different regions coming to view this unique manuscript, which highlights the beauty of Arabic calligraphy and the history of Islamic art in Kashmir. Muhammad Naqib Jamal Nasir, a 26-year-old with autism, has achieved an extraordinary milestone by memorizing the entire Quran. Graduating with a bachelor's degree in Quranic Studies and Sunnah from University Islam Pahang Sultan Ahmad Shah on September 9, 2024, Naqib received a special award during the university's 21st convocation ceremony. Despite facing challenges related to his condition, Naqib has balanced his studies with Quranic recitation, practice and tajweed. He expressed gratitude for the unwavering support of his parents and educators, stating, "Without their support, I might not have graduated or received this award today." His mother, Anita Elias, recalled Naqib's early struggles with communication after his autism diagnosis at age 7, highlighting his exceptional memory. The 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly officially opened on September 10th at the UN headquarters in New York, led by its new president, Philemon Yang. In his inaugural address, Yang highlighted pressing global challenges, including climate change, ongoing conflicts from Sudan to Ukraine, and the persistent issues of poverty and hunger. He emphasized the necessity of international cooperation, stating, "Cooperation among member states is what allows us to harness our collective resources." Yang outlined his priorities for the session, focusing on unity in diversity, sustainable development, gender equality, and the promotion of human dignity. He also reiterated commitments to reforming the Security Council and revitalizing the General Assembly. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres echoed Yang's sentiments, affirming that the General Assembly is crucial for addressing global challenges, including the Sustainable Development Goals and climate action. He urged member states to collaborate for a peaceful and just future. Yang, from Cameroon, was sworn in at the close of the previous session. A recent study from University College London has identified smoking as a significant factor accelerating cognitive decline among older adults. Analyzing survey data from 32,000 participants aged 50 and over across 14 European countries over a decade, researchers found that cognitive decline was up to 85% faster in smokers compared to non-smokers. The study assessed cognitive function through memory and verbal fluency tests, categorizing participants based on smoking status and other health-related behaviors, including physical activity, alcohol consumption, and social interactions. Interestingly, smokers who maintained a healthy lifestyle in other areas, such as regular exercise and moderate alcohol intake, showed cognitive decline rates similar to non-smokers. Lead author Dr. Michaela Bloomberg emphasized the importance of non-smoking for preserving cognitive function, suggesting that engaging in healthy behaviors can mitigate some adverse effects of smoking. The findings highlighted the need for awareness regarding lifestyle choices and their impact on cognitive health as we age. In an act that has sparked widespread outrage and deeply hurt the sentiments of many Muslims, the Taliban burned Mafatih al-Jinan books, books of prayers, and burial shrouds belonging to Afghan pilgrims returning from Holy Karbala at the Islam Kala border in Herat province. These items are considered sacred mementos or gifts that pilgrims bring back from Holy Karbala, symbolizing spiritual connection and blessings in their lives. According to a source who spoke with Shia Waves agency, the Taliban recently confiscated these religious books and shrouds from pilgrims at the border and burned them in front of their eyes. The items included the renowned Mafatih al-Jinan books and other prayer books, which hold significant religious and cultural value for Shia Muslims, as well as the shrouds that pilgrims bring back from Holy Karbala to be used during religious events and even for their burial. This act has provoked angry reactions, with many pilgrims and their families expressing shock and dismay at this blatant violation of their religious feelings. They see the burning of these materials as a direct insult to their values and sacred beliefs, and some have described it as an infringement on their religious and personal rights. In response to this incident, several religious leaders and public figures have called on religious and international bodies to intervene and protect the rights of Afghan minorities, urging Taliban to respect the diverse religious beliefs of the people and to refrain from repeating actions that harm religious sentiments and escalate tensions. This incident highlights ongoing tensions between the Taliban and certain segments of Afghan society, particularly regarding the freedom to practice religious rituals, raising concerns about the future of religious coexistence in the country. We have reached the end of today's Shia Waves show. Let's remind our viewers of the main headlines. Black flag of mourning raised over Holy Askari Shrine in commemoration of Imam al-Askari's martyrdom. Pakistan among top countries at high risk of disasters and conflict, according to World Risk Index. UN investigators highlight systematic abuses in Myanmar conflict. International Climate Change Conference opens in Niger. Taliban burns copies of Mafatih al-Jinan, burial shrouds of Afghan pilgrims returning from Holy Karbala. You can view the latest news on our Shia Waves website, or you can send news of your city or country to be published on our news agency. Contact us on the numbers at the bottom of your screen. Thank you all for watching. We pray to Allah the Almighty to hasten the appearance of the Master of our time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
In the heart of London, Imam Hussein Media Group is on the brink of an extraordinary transformation. We are securing a new home, a sanctuary named after the Queen of Karbala, Lady Zainab Salamullahi alayhi, who commemorated Abi Abdullah al-Hussein and spread the message of Karbala. This new complex, spanning 515 square meters, will be the central hub for our 5 channels. A place for filming, editing, broadcasting and gathering as a community. With a cost of £1.5 million, we invite you to be part of this new channel.